Justin felt sympathetic as he stared into Maximus' reddened eyes. Not only was the poor chap taken advantage of by his mentor, but he also had his fiancée taken away. How miserable! No man could endure the humiliation and resentment of losing his future wife. Heck, not even anyone could stand losing a future spouse. It was hard to imagine that the second-in-command of Boulder Thorn was, in fact, a wicked and dishonorable man. Just focus on your recovery for now. When you're fully recovered, it'll be time to take back what you lost. Dustin gave Maximus an encouraging pat on the shoulder. To that, Maximus howled with a desolate expression, "I'll never get better again, not after my core was shattered and my nerves damaged. After losing my internal energy, I have nothing left in me to take revenge. I'm trash. I'm a worthless piece of trash." He rolled his fists, digging his fingernails deep into the flesh of his palms until blood trickled from between his thumb and index finger. He badly wanted to take his revenge and seek justice, but he had lost the opportunity to do so. "Who said you're trash?" "I can heal your injuries," Dustin interjected coolly. "What did you say?" Stunned, Maximus lifted his head almost instantly. "I said I can heal your injuries and rejuvenate your core," Dustin repeated himself. "Are you sure? You're not kidding me, right?" Maximus was wide-eyed with a mix of shock and anticipation. "Your core suffered some damage, but it's not utterly ruined. There's still a chance. Rejuvenating your nerves is even simpler. As long as you stick to my treatment, you'll regain full strength within 10 days. Dustin promised. Maximus' face lit up with joy upon hearing that. He thanked Dustin profusely. "If you heal me, I shall owe my life to you. Be it scaling mountains or diving into the deep ocean, I'll do whatever you ask of me without a complaint." He seemed serious about his promise. As a martial artist and a geek for swords, he never had an interest in much else but the pursuit of excellence in swordsmanship. The moment he learned that his core was destroyed, he fell into deep despair and even contemplated ending his life. However, Dustin's remark reignited his hope and his will to live. "Okay, that's enough. I'm not a sadist. Why would I send you to the mountains and the ocean?" Dustin helped him up. "Consider it fate that you fainted right in front of my medical center. It was God's will to have me rescue you. Get some good rest, and remember not to harness your internal energy in these 2 days." "Thank you. You're my savior." Maximus bowed a few times to Dustin, who said nothing more but wrote a prescription for Caitlin and reminded her to prepare the medicine according to the schedule. At that moment, they heard a deafening crash from the outside. They jumped in shock and hurried out to check the situation. 2 cars, one red and one white, collided on a street not far away. The red BMW, it appeared, had reversed and crashed into a white Honda, causing the latter to flip. Both cars were mangled beyond recognition, with debris scattered all across the ground. "Help! Please help my daughter." A bleeding woman clad in white clothing climbed out of the white Honda. Due to the impact of the collision, she looked dizzy and feeble. At the same time, a young girl was in the front passenger seat. She had lost consciousness. The girl was no older than 8 years old, and she seemed to be in a critical state because her abdomen was pierced by a sharp object. The woman in white called for help while attempting to save her daughter, but she failed to open the car door because it was too misshapen. "Crap!" Dustin's face fell, and he jogged toward the Honda. By then, a crowd had formed around the accident, and a few good Samaritans offered help. Unfortunately, the collective strength of a few people was insufficient to pull the girl out because the Honda was flipped over and the car door remained locked. As the smoke started billowing from the car, the situation became dire. "I'll give it a try." Dustin went up and yanked at the door handle. They heard a crack, and the entire car door came detached, much to the surprise of the onlookers. After Dustin pried the door open, he unfastened the seat belt and quickly lifted the young girl to the side of the road. She suffered from head trauma, multiple fractures across the body, and massive blood loss in the abdomen. The situation did not look good at all. "Quick! Call an ambulance and get her to the hospital." Someone yelled. "We have no time for that. I'm a doctor. Let me give it a try." After Dustin announced his identity, he took out a gold needle and immediately applied first aid to the girl. "Get out of my way, all of you." Right then, 2 women exited the red BMW. The mother was a plump lady in her 50s, and the daughter was an attractive woman in her 20s. One could tell that they were wealthy from their branded outfits and the way they were decked in jewelry, like walking Christmas trees. "Hey! Do you even know how to drive? Are you blind?" Jane Engleton, the plump lady, pointed a finger at the woman in white and started scolding her. "Do you know how much our car costs? $1 million. And it's a new car." She added, "You have to compensate us after turning our car into scrap metal. If you refuse, I'll send your family to prison." The woman in white was taken aback by the ferocity of Jane Engleton and apologized profusely. "I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I did not see your car just now." "Is saying sorry enough? Do you take us as pushovers?" Jane pressed on. "I'm warning you now. You'll pay me what the car's worth. Add the compensa. Tie-in for mental damages on that, and you're looking at least $800,000 to $1 million in compensation to get this settled." "I don't have that money." The woman in white almost cried helplessly from the harassment. "I don't care. Sell your house or your organs. Do what you need to gather the money, or I'll teach you a lesson." Jane threatened the poor woman. Finally, Dustin had had enough and blurted out, "Can you be more shameless? It was you who reversed and crashed into the white car. How dare you demand compensation from the victim?" The truth immediately woke the onlookers up. Upon examining the scene of the accident, it was the BMW that reversed and crashed into the Honda. Therefore, the BMW driver should be held fully accountable for the collision, but she had instead held the victim responsible. "Nonsense! She crashed into my car." Jane remained unfazed and coercive. "So what if I reversed my car?" Her eyes were not focused on the road. "Look, the lives of commoners like you are not worth much. Even if they died in a crash, they totally deserved it." The crowd instantly gasped at her outrageous remark.